Okay, the first 5 minutes is a bit slow and depressing. I will then say something after this as a placeholder and...
For over 2 months now, majority of the content you've seen on this channel has been stuff recorded a fair bit ago, pretty much around the time this channel started gaining traction. The channel first started taking off mainly due to the comic dubs I had been posting around the time. I had completely thrown myself into content as if it were a full-time job without being paid. And I was happy with it because I had found a creative outlet I could inject as much of myself into, and post to hear people into the same stuff as me as feedback and nice comments. However, it quickly got to the point I was majorly overworking my voice from how many comics I'd dub in short sittings, as well as recording for hours and hours at a time for the playthroughs. It was pretty quick I began to notice vocal strain, which I hadn't had in so long and didn't think too much about it. And with how volatile YouTube's algorithm can be, who knew if I'd have anything to come back to if I took a break? Not realizing how serious continuing to push through could be, and the amount of anxiety it gave me thinking about losing all this, I decided to just keep going. But I was kind of proven right, because as the voice dubs slowed down, my stats began to plummet, which only made the anxiety worse and the urge to keep pushing stronger. After weeks of this, during a recording session of Undertale, even with taking lozenges to numb the pain, my voice was just not able to keep going and I stopped immediately. Finally realizing how serious it had gotten, and knowing I needed to completely stop everything, I did and haven't recorded anything since. However, it was definitely too little too late, because now over 2 months of barely speaking later, my voice is still incredibly strained and I cannot use it for VA stuff, or talking for more than short periods of time, or singing. Pretty much all the things I loved and found creatively fulfilling. To say the past months have been hell would be an understatement.
Kill me!
But of course, if I wanted to keep this channel running, I had to keep producing content, hence the videos you've been watching since then. And while I do still enjoy editing and have plenty of footage including all of the next 2 Deltarune chapters, it's all stuff I've been working with for the past months. And seeing the footage over and over again, it's made it incredibly hard to stay motivated and inspired while editing. I would love to do second takes of some of these, but I genuinely do not have the strength to record more than I need to. None of this is even to mention the medical mess my life has been for the past years, with chronic illness and fatigue, along with various ongoing mental health stuff that I'd much rather not specify, but the stress from all of this has accumulated and become unbearable. I hadn't wanted to make this video and would have rather kept my own personal struggles as far from my videos as possible, but it's gotten to the point I cannot see myself putting in anywhere near as much effort continuously, and need to step away until I can come back and produce content sustainably. There hasn't been a moment since June that I haven't spent working on videos, which I honestly didn't mind, but now the stress has come internally within my passion, and if I want this channel to be long lasting, I need to step away like I should have when my voice started becoming strained to begin with. I'm not quitting. It isn't a burnout issue, the passion is still very much here, and I will be getting videos ready to publish within this time, but they'll all be coming at much later date, so I can take more time producing them without anywhere near as many mental breakdowns. I will try to have shorts scheduled at least for a while, but apart from that, my content schedule will be changing dramatically to accommodate for my unwellness. On a positive note, if you've liked the song covers I've been posting, I'm gonna have heaps more of those being produced, since it's the only music I've been able to produce without my voice. And as for the actual state of my voice, I'm genuinely at the point where I don't know if I'll ever be able to do VA stuff or sing properly ever again. It sounds dramatic, but at the rate I was pushing myself for so long, even while my body was screaming to stop, was a massive mistake I regret. And if it were just a moderate vocal injury, the recovery wouldn't have taken as long as it has. So I believe this will be it for now when it comes to regular production of content from me. I wish it never had come to this, and I acknowledge it's honestly my fault for pushing as hard as I did, but it came from a place of passion and renewal of creative freedom I hadn't felt for so long, so I don't want to look back with only negative feelings. If you've been able to tolerate listening to my tragic tale all this way, then thank you. None of this would have meant anything without the supportive comments and the people who really saw my potential and stuck around. I'll still be active on my Discord, which you should totally check out, by the way. I may still publish content after this point, so this video is less of a goodbye and more of a PSA, that I can't make any promise of when videos will actually come out from now, and that I'll be taking as long as I need to get better, which I should have done to begin with. I'm gonna stop this now before I find another tangent to go on, but thank you, and see ya whenever.
If you've come from the shorts, I really recommend checking out my full Deltarune series from the start to see how much better they've gotten in such a short period of time. Also, they still make me chortle a lot teehee.
Also, re-listening to all of this, it makes it sound like I'm about to die or be sent to war, so I want to double clarify. I am not quitting.
This is more letting you all know that I may be disappearing sometimes between content being uploaded, because I'm no longer dedicated 24/7 to making videos until I'm a strong, healthy woman again.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Like the video isn't over, I lied. I have some updates.
After months of harassing receptionists, I finally have an appointment booked with the ENT. Hooray. That being said, what I said before still stands, and I'd be lying if I said my hope was high about the damage not being semi-permanent. So even when I do come back to content, it may be quite different to what I've been posting. So I hope you bear with me, and your support would mean a lot to me.
I was in a pretty depressed state when I recorded all of that before, so it's quite a bit doomer, but I'm still committed to this channel and I'm not leaving. But I will be working at a much slower pace to accommodate for my mental and physical health. Smiley face emoji ×3. I am a little bit stupid and already deleted the files for this video, so these are literally being shoehorned in a week later LMAO, but thank you once again. And I hope you can bear with me in the coming months.
See you later, lesbian.
See you later, homo.